I'm looking forward to really, I'm young enough where I really feel like I'm getting ready to transition into something else.
What got you into law enforcement?
Thinking back, I think it's probably due to my short attention span. I've been doing construction and welding for a number of years, and I was, as much as I enjoyed the skill of the trade, I just wasn't challenged enough, and I actually ran into somebody who told me about the reserve program that the sheriff at that time was getting ready to start, and just almost on a whim, I asked to be considered. I signed up and took the BLET program, and of course the deeper I got into that, I really enjoyed the challenge there, partly being, I think, an adrenaline junkie and also having a very short attention span. It just seemed to work real well at that point in time for me.
Okay. And so once you got into law enforcement, what were your favorite parts? What were the parts that you enjoyed the most?
Sure. I think the parts I found most rewarding were I really loved working the narcotics side of it. Again, because at that point in time, we were really self-motivated, and around here, the way we did things, particularly with the Blue Ridge Narcotics Task Force, was so new and innovative. It gave Jimmy and I an opportunity to really kind of pick and choose things ourselves.
And when you say Jimmy, you're speaking of Jimmy Edney?
Yeah, Jimmy Edney, my partner. Beyond that, certainly at that same time, I was also with the SWAT team or tactical team. I really enjoyed, we got to work and train with Army Special Forces folks from time to time. We got some of the incredible training back at that point in time. We were rappelling out of helicopters. I got to be an instructor specializing in pistol, submachine gun, and shotgun, obviously the sniper background. So I think during those years there was a lot of challenges, a lot of opportunity for me to really extend myself, I think, and I enjoyed that a lot.
Without going into any details, is there a particular undercover operation that you recall?
Yeah. I would say probably the last one. Jimmy and I both knew we were getting ready to come out of narcotics. We'd been working there nearly 10 years, and we did a deep cover operation where we lived in another county for really over 6 months, actually. Only the sheriff and his chief of detectives knew who we were. Even the other law enforcement officers down there didn't know who we were, what we were doing, and spent a lot of time trying to catch us as well. It was a real successful operation. We learned a lot about each other, and by the time we came out of that, both of us were ready to do something more traditional in the field of law enforcement.
Tell me what it's going to be like for you leaving the sheriff's office.
I've got on the back burner certainly some of the contract work I've been doing from time to time as a standby, but I really do believe I'll be moving into some sort of ministry-oriented profession. I don't know that I'll make any money from it. That's not really the issue, but that's kind of the direction I feel like I'm going.
Mm-hmm. And so what will you miss most about the sheriff's office?
I tell you the thing I miss most, and I think the time that I felt it the most was when I had the tactical team. At that point in time, I had just some of that, in my mind, some of the best guys that had ever occupied those positions. And the camaraderie and just the fellowship and the brotherhood that was built over a 2-year period that we were on that team together. There are a lot of those guys that I don't see on a regular basis, but again, when I see them, there's a bond that'll never go away. We endured an awful lot as a team and as a family, and I mean, to this day, I love them with everything in me. I really do, and I think generally that's something that can be had in law enforcement, but I think a lot of folks miss it, and we certainly had it on the tactical team back in those days.